let's move on to the next question. Second question, even a person like me can become successful. If my partner asks me this question, how can I answer to this? I think it would be a question by a sponsor. Maybe Imperial Master Kim 성일, you can answer to that. Actually, I think I had a quite a big impact to people in Atomy. So I think because even a person like me got successful with Atomy, I think people think it's kind of a doable business. And Imperial Master Kim Kyung-hee, he's my friend. He was the owner of driving business, and he was the one who introduced this network marketing to me. And we really had a lot of difficult times. And he kind of really ignores me, and now I got successful and I was earning more than 30 million won. And he said, oh, if you can do that, I'm sure that I can also do that. And now we are both Imperial Masters, but he was really ignoring me. Let me interrupt for a while. There is a reason why Kim Kyung-hee said that. So you did this, so I can also do this. So back then, Imperial Master Kim Kyung-hee was the owner of driving business, and he was just an employee. So yeah, he was his friend, but he was an employee, and Kim Kyung-hee was the boss. But I did all the sales. He didn't know how to do the business. Anyway, Imperial Master Kim Kyung-hee was the owner of the business. So we were doing real estate business together, and that one, Kim Kyung-hee persuaded me to do that, and he was kind of selling the land, but I couldn't do that before, so he always kind of ignored me. And he saw me that I got successful with Atomy business, and he thought that he can surely become successful with Atomy because I also did it. And even she kind of ignored me. Yeah, I saw him getting successful, and I was sure that I could be even more successful than him. And whenever he made some trouble, I always had to take care of all these troubles. Yeah, he looks quite a strong and big man, but all the troubles that he made, I had to take care of them. So I know I'm not really a talented person, but after looking at his success, I was determined that I could be really successful. And one of the reasons why I started Atomy business, at the beginning in Jeonju Center, there was a lady who were not really good at shoulder plan. So I took 3 months off while I was doing the business, and she became sales master. So when I first met Atomy, my goal was to become the sales master. And even that was difficult for me. But I saw that old lady achieving the mastership, so even she did it. So now I think I can do this. So her example gave kind of confidence to me. So she's my sister, so she knows my past failures. So I was kind of a loser. That's what all the people thought about me. But when I wear this swan badge, and there are many people who touch on my badge, and now I'm Imperial Master at me. But I was really a very ordinary and normal person, having a lot of flaws, so every one of you can be successful like me. Yeah, I think his message gives a lot of courage for us. And Crown Master Kim Boon-sook, at the beginning of the business, I think there was one word that your brother said, and that made you to decide to do this business. What was that? Actually, until my brother became lawyer master, I never used the product. I never attended this kind of seminar, but I could see that my brother changes and his life was changing. And I really wanted that this company would be able to protect my brother's success. And one day, my brother asked me to join a seminar with him, and I wanted to check if this company is really good enough to do that for my brother. And I went to Songrisan Mountain, and as I listened to the lecture of the chairman, I just attended the seminar for 2 days, and that's how I decided to start the business. So he never asked me to do the business, and I voluntarily said that I would want to do this business. And I didn't have sponsor, and I pioneered my right and left wing and became a sponsor on my own. Anyway, for 5 months, I didn't have any partner, and I was going to seminar alone. But other people, they had sponsors and partners, but I was alone all the time. So I asked him, what should I do? And he said, sis, don't worry, just come to the seminar. If you don't get successful, I can get the money for you. You don't spend that much money, right? And that moment, I thought, oh, even you got successful. I can become even more successful than you. Wait and see. I'll be even more successful than you. So that's what I thought then. And that's how I started Atomy business. I only graduated from elementary school, and I was working at a factory for 3 years. And from the age of 17, I was in a sewing shop, clothing shop, and I was working like that for 10 years. And in the 70s and 80s, the tailored clothing shop was really going well, but it just the business is closed down, and I didn't have any connections. I didn't have any education, so my brother thought that I am not capable of doing anything. But anyway, I worked on my own to earn money, and so I was confident that I'll do better than my brother. And later on, as I met my partners, I got to realize where there was difference between my brother's success and my success. So this family, they were ignoring each other. So 김성일, that even a lady who seems like she doesn't know anything can become sales master, so I can become like her. And actually, I have some grudge over Kim-sung-il because above Park Jong-soo, he couldn't really go up above Park Jong-soo.
Park Jong-soo, he was above Kim Sung-il was above Park Sung-il because Park Sung-soo borrowed some money from a fund or something. So Park Sung-soo needed that money, so he had Kim Sung-il to be above him. But I haven't heard that he paid him back. And Park Sung-soo, now that he's rich, he's kind of forgotten about it now that he's rich. You should pay him back. So he let him apply before him. And so he should have done something to show his gratitude. But he said that this Atomy business didn't really have a future. So he disappeared for 3 months. So Park Jong-soo became a sales master, and he made a lot of sales. And he was able to make 1 million around then. So Park Sung-soo made it. And so he saw that happen, but now that he saw some random lady achieve it, he kind of woke up. And so the sister also saw that and was like, oh, he wasn't even that great at anything growing up, so I couldn't be better than him, is what the sister thought. But he thought that his sister has been sewing and just cooking at home. So basically this household just like has beef with each other. My sister, she was a victim. She was a victim of when I was doing another network marketing business. Oh wow, there's hidden beef between you two. And so that's why she started. And I really respect her. And the reason being, when we went to America, we had a revival meeting in Hawaii and then went to America. And the sister said we were gonna send her to America, and she was like, I only know how to cook. How could I be there? How can she achieve success in that area, in that atmosphere? How can she make a market? And so he was frustrated by that and thought it wouldn't make sense, but it happened regardless. But since she could read Korean, and in New Jersey you could see some Korean banners, so she expected them to be Korean. Since the visa allows you to stay in America for 3 months, she wanted to achieve business there. So every morning when she would wake up, she would go to different stores and she would talk about Atomy business. When I first went to the New Jersey seminar, she already had 100 to 120 people there. And so she gathered people saying that the CEO was coming. And amongst them was Sim Chae-gan Crown Master was there. And he was in a situation where he went to study abroad in America and his visa ended. So he was an illegal immigrant in America. And since he was illegally staying in America, he couldn't really work. He can't get a passport. And so he was living as an illegal immigrant. But he had 4 kids. So if he didn't work for a day, he couldn't continue on living. So he was doing 3-4 jobs until the AM. And he was making a living in that way. But when I was having a seminar in New Jersey, he came over. But this company that wasn't really well known anywhere. 100 people were there and 30 people stayed because everyone else left. I mean, obviously my lectures are pretty long and all that, but still. But Sim Dae-gang, he stayed until the end. He's your partner, right? Yeah, so there was a crown master in New Jersey, and he has a really big line in America that sprouts out to Mexico. So she didn't even know English, but she made that whole market there. I would like to introduce you to a book. This book, Kim Boon-sook wrote this. She wrote a book. This book in Naver. This was a bestseller for 14 weeks. It was a bestseller on Naver. The book is called Things You See Once the Fear Leaves. So I finished reading this book. I didn't read it because I didn't know about Atomy, but I read it. It was pretty easy read. I even have an episode to tell you. In New Jersey, and to New Jersey, we took a Greyhound bus. And when we were taking that bus, we stopped by a station because we couldn't just go non-stop. And someone talked to me in English, and I don't know, no one understood, but we don't know who was there. So it's a legend that will never be solved. But I think what he said was, I'll let you get off here, and I'll put in gas, and I'll be waiting somewhere, and you should meet me there. And I think that's what the driver was announcing. But she didn't understand English. I took my handbag and my phone, but all my clothes and everything that was in my carrier, the bus left with all my stuff in there. And so I was left there alone, and I couldn't speak English. I didn't even look at my ticket because I couldn't read it. So until Atlanta, it was a 22-hour bus ride, and that's all I knew. In Korea, when a bus stops, the bus just starts from there. But in America, when the bus stops, it like changes its place and the driver changes. So I was waiting in the wrong destination and they just left without me. So the thing is, she didn't even know a lick of English and she survived and made it all the way here. And she became a crown master on top of that. With that experience, I was able to write this book. And so that's the title. When the fear passes away, there's new things that you can see. Once the fear passes by, you can trust in yourself and you can think and believe in yourself that you're gonna be able to accomplish this and overcome this. This is something I learned from Atomy. I mean, succeeding in Atomy is great, but I was also able to believe in myself, and that was a very memorable moment for me that I am still very grateful for. I made schools. I've created schools, but I don't really believe in education. People might say, why did you even build schools then? I believe that the conscience that people are born with, that's really important. Out of people here, are there anyone who wasn't really studying, had bad GPA and was pretty shy to do anything because of your grades? So studying and having a good personality to succeed in life and having a bad GPA, they don't really correlate with each other. You don't really have to go to a good school to be a crown master. Anyone can go become a crown master. There's something very spectacular about her. She knows how to dream. Even in the small room, sewing away, she always had a dream of flying around the world. And she always had a dream that she was going to write a book one day. And she made that possible. She's only graduated from elementary school, and she's done that. These dreams were something I couldn't have achieved without Atomy. I don't think there's anyone lower than me who's accomplished less than me. If I take off my makeup, there's really nothing much to see from my face. I'm not good at talking either. These things that I'm talking about, it's because I've met so much people through Atomy. This is the grown me that you're looking at. So I don't think there's anyone who aren't as even good as me. I think anyone can achieve anything if they put their mind to it. Meeting Atomy allowed her to succeed. And she always says this, and she always says that she wasn't gonna achieve all this without Atomy. Saying, I wanna ask you all, you've all met Atomy, why are you still living like that? You guys should really repent. You guys need to grow up. You really shouldn't be living like that. You need to think that you're gonna go to America, take that Greyhound bus, and start a new life. That type of courage. Schools really need to be teaching these courages about how to be dreaming, how to have courage. These are the necessary things that schools should be teaching, but schools don't really teach that. So you guys all received false education. You guys are all now shy. I hope you repent. And in the lecture, we've heard a lot from her. We really want to hear about your stories as well, and about the Romania partners that you had. I went to Romania about a year and a half ago. Now that there's also Star Masters and Sharon Masters, and they've all went to the promotion traveling event to Jeju. 16 people from Romania and 16 people from other countries are here today. I opened up the route for other countries. I'm not having that mindset of, oh, I have to open up other routes to other countries, but it's more like I want to travel to other worlds that I've been always dreaming of. I'm just achieving my dream that I had since a long time ago. I'm just living to achieve my dreams. And now that I've been doing that, I've just kind of made it up here. I'm gonna be more successful than my brother. That was my initial goal, but I didn't really have the confidence. To start. So I thought I would just be able to have a good after retirement life by becoming a sales master. And I still think that I'm like 65 Korean age, and people live off of very little amount. But after working for 10 years, I was able to make it all the way up to Crown and Imperial. You individuals are small, but you could achieve big things. You have to have confidence in yourself, and you also need to have dreams. But the confidence only comes through consumers. Talk about Stephanie. Through Atomy, the products that I am delivering to other people, I want everyone to use these products. Those people who thought they had better products, I want them to also think that these products are great quality. And I received that confidence. And in whatever country I go to, I think that works anywhere, this type of confidence. I think you need to have that confidence in yourself first. And once you have that in you, when you are armored with Atomy, you don't have to know their language. I don't even have Kakao Talk or social media or translation apps or Google Translate. But what I learned is that wherever you go, there's Koreans everywhere. Stephanie also. She lives with a Korean guy. So even though I didn't know English, I didn't even know their language, but I was able to create this route for everyone. So whatever you put your will to, you'll be able to make a path and you'll be able to create your own route.
So I have my father here, but he never really took me with him to advance into the new market. For about 5 months, I was alone going to the seminar, and I thought my chairman is my sponsor, and I just told what he told me to do. I brought all products to look for consumers. I think that's the right way to do this. I need to carry all these products with me and show them to the consumers. So for 2 months, I was in a really poor family for a long time, so I didn't have much money. But to work on this business, I bought 2.4 million won products, and I took Hamoin myself for cosmetic products and shampoo, and I put it in my big luggage bag, and I always carry the products with me, even to the seminar. And some people ask me, why are you carrying those products with you? And whenever I meet some consumer, I need to be able to talk about the products. That's why I'm carrying all these products with me all the time. So that's what I did whenever I traveled abroad. So I did that for about 5 months. And by coincidence, there were some people asking me, what is Atomy? And I attended all the local seminars that chairman was giving. And, I'm not really really great at memorizing anything. My IQ is only 85. I don't have good memory at all. Sometimes I don't recognize the faces of the partners. I don't remember their names. Sometimes it's really embarrassing that I forget all their names and faces. But even with that low intelligence, I was attending all the seminars, listening to all the lectures of the chairman. So when someone asked me what Atomy is, and I could just tell them so well. And I did that for about 5 months and working together with my partner. And my partner became sales master and maintained the mastership. So I expanded my small leg. And when Kim 성일 was not doing good, I took care of all of that. And I got really depressed. And I had to even save like 10,000 won. I couldn't even spend 10,000 won for me. And I couldn't really travel. So I was in a climbing club. And I wanted to tell them about Atomy, but I couldn't do that for about 10 months. But after receiving education for 10 months, and I realized that Atomy's cosmetic is better than any luxury cosmetic product, so I went to them, and those people were using and selling luxury cosmetic products and health supplements. I believe Crown Master Kim Moon-sook has so many great examples and cases of success stories. So maybe we can invite her later to listen to her lecture on many different success stories. So maybe we can move on to the next point. Crown Master Kim Boon-sook, she advanced into Romania market. I think it can be a really good example for all of you. I've never been to Romania. Now it would be my first time to go there. I will be living on 24th this month, and I'll be there for 15 days. And our branch manager, Atomy EU, she was told that they need to advance into Eastern Europe, especially Romania. They know no one from Romania, but I think the only word they understand is Romania, right? There will be a translation, German, English. I think no Romanian language. So whenever they hear the word Romania, they're just shouting and screaming, I guess. So we have Gary, branch manager in Germany, and when he went to Romania, there was a Korean restaurant, and I think they got introduced that restaurant. If I'm saying something wrong, please correct me later. And anyway, they went there to the Korean restaurant, and the husband was Korean and the wife was Romanian, the restaurant owner, and Stefania. She speaks a little bit of Korean. So I hope you understand the situation, right? Why we are talking about this. Anyway, so they went to Romania. That restaurant was really a big one and doing business really well, like 40 million won a month. It was really a great restaurant. So do you think they want to do Atomy business? No, they will not listen to us because they are already being successful with their business. So they brought their son to help with the restaurant's business. So they felt sorry for that. So they wanted to listen to Atomy a little bit. So that's how we got to talk about Atomy and got them as members. And do you think they're going to do Atomy business? Because they're already busy with restaurant business. So Gary told them to introduce Atomy to other people when people come to their restaurant. And there were more and more people who got to know about Atomy, and it got to make money for Stefania. When I visited Europe, she came to Frankfurt, and she was Charles Master back then. And it's not earning enough money as much as she gets from the restaurant business, but now she's Star Master. So I've never been to this country in Eastern Europe, but our Crown Master Kim Boon-sook, she doesn't speak any English, German, or Romanian language at all. Anyway, in that small village, she made it. She advanced that market. So whoever you meet, you can talk about Atomy to anyone. So if that person really needs business, maybe you can help with the person's business, help with the person's work. So the key to recruiting is people who are smarter than you, who are richer than you, who have run bigger business than you. Those people should be your targets and stick to them. But most of the time, many people are looking for who are more stupid than you, who didn't learn less than you. So that's why it's giving you a headache. So if you are just looking for people who are doing less than you, who learned less than you, it'll be more difficult for you. So there are reasons why some people are in poverty. They always say, I cannot do this, it's too difficult for me. So maybe your target should be different. You need to be targeting people who are smarter than you and who are richer than you. So you're not going to speak to the people who are poorer than you. Of course, you need to talk to them. Maybe those people were misfortunate to become poor. So Imperial Master Kim 성일 thought his sister a stupid person. So that's why he never asked her to join this business for 2 months. So he didn't know that this stupid sister of his would be a treasure. So anyway, you should give information about Atomy to some stupid people. So there might be some really great people next to those people. Let's say there's an old lady in her 80s. Maybe you should try talking to her. Maybe among her grandsons or granddaughters, there might be some potential business partners or nephews or nieces. So maybe I cannot do that, but I have my grandson who can do that business. So you need to talk to people who don't look that capable, but the main target of yours should be who are smarter than you, who are better off than you. So what's their characteristics? They don't say, oh, I cannot do this. It's so difficult for me because they already have experienced all the hardships and they already know that they can never be successful without going through hardships. And people who made success, they have good character because they have dealt with so many different people. And people who are not successful, they didn't become successful because they have bad characters. So you need to be targeting people who are smarter than you, who are better off than you. So for those stupid and poor people, of course you need to speak to them, but if it's not working, just go to the next one. So we have this Stefania, and she kept introducing Atomy to other people. So we have 8 steps to success. So use the network of your partner, use the list of your partner, and you need to look for the friends that your partner has. And Crown Master Kim Boon-sook did just that. She spread Atomy to Stefania, and Stefania went on to introduce Atomy to other people. So now she's even thinking about closing the restaurant business. So on the 3rd floor of the restaurant building, she opened the lecture room, and gradually now maybe she will close down the restaurant business and focus on the Atomy business. This is the center on the restaurant building. So that's what I heard from these people. Yeah, maybe this is 2nd floor, not the 3rd floor. If there's anything that you don't like from what I said, maybe you can add on to that. No, I liked what you just said, so you just told the right story for me. Maybe one more thing I can add to this. Actually, I didn't even know that there is a country called Romania. I've been to many different countries, but I didn't know anything about Romania. But a few years ago, October, while I was traveling in Georgia, my brother, Kim Song-il Imperial Master, was going to seminar in Spain, Portugal, and UK. So I just followed him, and I attended all these seminars, and I wanted to see how is the atmosphere like in the European seminar. That's why I attended the seminars, and after that, I talked to the branch manager. Which country in Europe would be the best candidate? So why don't you go to Romania?
So right after traveling, I went to Romania with my son, and I told him we should go as a travel, and we stayed there for a week, and we went to a Korean market. We looked at K-food, and we followed them around, and we didn't really find much. We couldn't really see the owner. We just saw people who are actually Romanian, so we can't even really hold a conversation, so that we were in despair. And so we walked around the place, and we met Stephanie and the Stephanie Korean restaurant. It was a really big restaurant, and they were making a whole bunch of about 400 million. And so we asked if there was a Korean owner, and he came and he asked why we were there for, and I told him that I was here for work plus traveling, and we asked if he knew Atomy, and he didn't know. And after all that, I had 4 days left in my travel, and I went there every single day that I was gonna have my meals every time at that restaurant. So I went back talking about Atomy, and I got him to apply. And after a month, I packed all my stuff and went back, and I started going to the restaurant. Went in the morning and I stayed all day until they closed at night. And since I've been doing that, they really didn't have a choice to not join Atomy. So sometimes, if there weren't anyone from Atom who we could talk to Atomy about, we would have customers and we would get someone to translate that for us. And so later on, they already knew all the information. So they didn't really even need me in talking about Atomy. And that's what led to the success of Romanian Atomy Center. Stephanie did all the work, and I'm getting the compliment for it. So I'm kind of sorry for her. Please give her a big applause. That big courage that you had, and how you opened up that route. That was great stories. Thank you.